Assalamu alaikum everyone. So today's topic is about artificial intelligence. We will touch ethics, risks, and hands-on. And I have intentionally added a diagram of bike with a training wheel because whenever a kid starts learning a bike, it's a new thing or new technology or new device. We want that kid to be safe because sometimes you struggle, you can't learn everything in the first day. Similarly, when you're learning the new technology, we feel we are sharp, but then sometimes we make mistakes. So today, I wanted to cover, at least give you some training view. This is, if you take a picture of this one, this is going to my website where I will add documentation. So I'm Asif Habib. I am in this field for many years, longer than many of your ages. And then my last project was helping Boeing company. So when you are flying a plane, before flying, using artificial intelligence, we wanted to see if everything is all hunky-dory. So I know about artificial intelligence. I have been learning this field for some time. So just an example of power of ChatGPT. I sometimes write poem as well. So this is Urdu poem. I think some of the elders will appreciate this, that this is dedicated to our youth, that शाहीन के अंदाज की क्या कहूँ मैं कहानी, कामयाबी के हसूल की कोशिश की है जवानी. So that's my own small poem, part of a poem. And I asked ChatGPT to translate, and within a second it translated into English. What should I say about the style of Falcon? The pursuit of success is the essence of youth. So the people who understand Urdu and English, they can appreciate how quality English is produced by ChatGPT within a second. So what we just did is a transformation. Can you try asking the same from Siri or your Alexa or your Google Home? So it will not be able to change this style into English. And why? So we will cover some of it. Then what is the difference? Siri is also artificial intelligence, but what is changed now? So we will cover it. So I'm gonna go faster, but please stop me, and maybe after each slide I will give a chance to one question. And if there are really confusion, we can stay. But I'll try to finish within time. So what we will cover is, I will first go through what is, meaning just general idea of what is artificial intelligence, what is the background, machine learning, couple of things. I have skipped history because we wanted to give more time to question and answer. And then we will cover some hands-on. I will share some example of how to use ChatGPT. Then we will discuss ethics and risks, like our training wheel, what to do and what not to do. Since I see some parents here as well, so we will allow the parents as well as the kids question as well. And then we can open the chat, general chat. Or I'll let you ask the question, and then we will go live in ChatGPT and we can see how we can use ChatGPT. So how many of you already used ChatGPT? Maybe if you raise up a hand. Okay, so some of you. So if it is not clear, if you take a picture of this, it will take you to the PDF of the same presentation, because some of the prompts you can copy later on in your home. If you wanted to go directly, it is in my website asif.ai/docs. So you will see this document. So if you want to take a picture of this one, then you can copy. You can go to this link later on at your convenience. I have some advanced prompts here that will be useful for you when you try. We will not cover all prompts in favor of time. The advanced prompts I will skip. Instead, we will use question and answer. But if you don't remember, Asif.ai is easy example. Go to click docs, and then you will be able to do it. For example, because there are kids here, so see here, this is my own site, and if you ask who is Asif, it will call some software, and then it will say
leader, architect, entrepreneur. More details can be found at LinkedIn https.
So this person is talking, but it is talking through ChatGPT. Right now it has some error, but then this is my own site, and so you can do a lot. Again, imagination is your limit. Like I said, I was helping going, and yes.
How much do AI domains cost?
Yeah. So I'll get to that one. But it's a good question. But let me get answer soon. Right? It is costly. Okay. So this is the agenda. But let me go through first definition. We will open up the question. So I will answer. So what is artificial intelligence? In the past, we used to have we get excited so fast, like because we have seen so many movies. We used to when we started computer, like your dad's age, my age, when we were younger, we started seeing video games, and we became so much excited. We felt that it is that advanced. It was a basic logic, rule-based algorithm. Like if I am presenting using mic, convert my voice into a digital, for example. This is the logic, right? When I'm turning right, look just 2 feet and go, like give me a bell in my old car. But Tesla does better. My old car just does a basic logic. So it used to be a rule-based logic. Current banking system, current your airports, all of them are rule or logic based, or we call algorithms. These three. You don't need to remember this. What you need to remember now is AI, artificial intelligence. You need to remember ML, especially young people will stop saying AI, they may start saying ML, machine learning. Because artificial intelligence is overloaded term. Because science fiction starts saying too many things. Natural language processing. Like when a software started understanding and speaking, you just saw a picture started speaking. So it is short form NLP. Right? So you just need to remember AI, ML, NLP. Right? And I'll let you know what else you have to remember. Again, these slides are available in my website. You can see it, and I have a terms page as well. So some of the example of machine learning is Siri. So try asking Siri my Urdu statement and ask it to translate. So it won't understand, right? So Alexa the same thing, but ChatGPT is different. So we will see what is the difference. Yes. Okay. Hello.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. So let's learn some of the terms. AI, artificial intelligence, ML, machine learning, NLP, natural language processing, neuron. Now, neuron is used to be a brain. So basically, what happened is computer scientists copied borrowed some concept from brain. Our brain is made of small cells, and these are called neuron. What computer scientists did is wrote a very small formula and call it a neuron. It is not a neuron, it is a small formula, but we still call it neuron. But when we connected so many neurons together, it's called neural network, a short form NN, right? So it's almost like a brain. We pretended it's a brain, but it is not. And that's where computer scientists and mathematicians get excited too much, too fast. And this happened multiple times. When I take neural network, like many small formulas, join them together, it became a neural network. And when I combine them, and you saw my website, when I publish it somewhere in my website, it will be called model. So just remember some of the terms. So model is used less, NN is used more, NLP, ML, AI is used more. When you are applying for university, or when you are talking to each other, you will use NN, NLP, ML, AI. Other thing, you will start using GPT because it's a buzzword. Everybody wants to say that they know it's a cool thing. So what is GPT? Generated pre-trained transformer. You don't need to remember this. You just know that it's the latest thing. Generated means generate. It's already trained before, and it transforms like that. It transforms my Urdu into English, right? You don't need to learn others, but in the past we used to use terms agents. If we have seen Matrix movie, they use the agent term. So many sci-fi movies use agent or assistant. Sometimes when we are calling our phone service, computer software answers that is assistant. And these terms you don't need to remember. The terms you need to remember have a small acronym: AI, ML, NLP, NN, and GPT. And we'll pause for questions. Let me go through this first and then we'll pause. So, first of all, in computer term, what is learning? Again, like I said, that there are very small formulas. So, the change happened from if then else to we learn, like these bubbles are neurons, where it is a computer neurons, meaning it is if then else but stored in a very small place. It stores some number. When we start joining, scientists found some unique way of learning. Like when we used to send information, we start storing some values in these numbers. And when we sometimes send information forward, we connect them. And when we sometimes send information backward, doing this and some other stuff, we found, again, I'm going to skip some of the detail, but joining this way, these are layers, and these layers we try to copy like a brain. Our brain has layers, right? And those layers neuron connect. Each neuron in our brain talks to another neuron using chemical, right? When I'm thinking, my neuron talks to another neuron and pass some chemical, and that chemical is a very small word. We try to copy it when this software piece talks to this piece, we pass some number. Instead of word, we try to pass some number. And actually, strangely, we found that we start learning. Very basic stuff, right? Yes, question.
So practically, some of this line of code possibly turn AI to a not exactly conscious, but a free running code, similar how GPTs work.
Yeah, so let's go to that question because you're talking about a question that is in advanced line. So why don't you ask me again once I finish the advanced lines? But good question. This is still I'm still building basics, so we all understand because some of the people may not know. Any question on this side? So basically, we just inspired by the brain, but then we start learning. Any question on the basics of AI? So I will get to your questions again. So, see, imagine if I had a if you ask your dad, your older way, imagine this color is a number 255, 180, white color is like 20. If we represent our pictures in numbers, how can I tell that this is human and this is a gorilla? It's so complicated that we never were able to tell that this is gorilla or human. So face recognition or pattern recognition was near impossible, right? But now today, when I was working in PayPal, when you enter a building, they not only understand it's male, they understand it's Asif coming in, and they know that I'm not a criminal because they have a big list of who's right or wrong. And so this pattern recognition, so anyone can answer how machine learning detect that is a gorilla or human. Can anyone try? Okay. So what we did is still translate, let me answer it myself, that we translate all of these pictures into numbers. So that is easy, right? If this picture is number, it means I have 2 by 2 way data of converting a picture into numbers. So I have these 2 pictures with the numbers. Remember the previous diagram, I pass it through, and actually what we learned is the term called feature. So in a machine learning, we call feature. Like eyes here and that eyes are different, the nose are different, the lips are different. So like human, like it takes you a second to recognize that this is gorilla, this is not a gorilla, right? We are intuitively working in a feature extraction. So what we are doing is from those numbers extracted those features. How we did it, again going back, we had this kind of neural network. When I pass this picture into, like these are my camera. See, my camera is capturing, right now I'm being captured, right? Converted the light into a number. All of these numbers are passing through it. First I trained, I gave hundreds of gorilla pictures. It learned what is gorilla. Then I trained this neural network with a human, and based on that, it extracted features like human, and it was able to recognize human versus girl. I will come and touch again any questions so far. So this is a very different method, and this is called machine learning.
So data points, where do they take the data points, right?
So each point here, you can see that very small point. Like imagine there's like thousands of array, basically thousands of points here by thousands.
So it makes a polyhedral shape of sorts around the body and around what you can detect, and it singles out those and using shapes, within shapes and certain algorithms, you can determine by features which are different and which are similar.
This one is simple. Basically, this one is canvas. Basically, each canvas one point, like just this point, is one number. Like it's an array. Like if I just take one number is one. Like imagine an array of numbers. It's a two-dimensional array of numbers stored in my computer.
Right. So that is one point, but then where does it compare with? Where is that you compare?
Yeah. So in this example, I had this cycle later. This is one example. Like all of these arrays are passed to a neural network. I have just two dots here, but it will be thousands of dots, hundreds or millions of dots. Like your Samsung camera, for example, already have this AI chip. It's taking all of this, like your camera screen, you say one like HD quality, right? So 408, 408, so that quality is going into a memory chip. From that memory chip, each byte, each pixel is converted into a number and transferred into this neuron. Then it is propagated. In these terms I'm using under machine learning. Again, there is a magic happen. Eventually, when I pass thousands of gorilla pictures, I also mentioned just spot eyes and lips. So it learned that this is correct. There is some human involved. So that's why these kind of weird graphical pictures, it's really math intensive. So that's why machine learning, if you're going to computer science, your math should be super strong. That's why they really look for top GPA for maths. So I will touch again. So again, some more terms. You already know ML, you already know ML. So one thing is feature. Like eye was a feature, right? So anything measurable is feature. Like eye was a feature, lips was a feature. Now, the way I shared that in a older technology, the algorithm style, you could not do, but now, new term is deep machine learning. Why deep? Because now it's able to detect a lot of details, like features. And I can skip through detail or so again, this we already talked about. Kind of like again, this is another way of saying when raw data comes in, we extract some feature and then we perform some algorithm. So again, this is a very crude way of saying, but I already explained this one. What are the example of deep learning? So I'm able to do face recognition. This car, when it drives, it knows where is the other car, right? It knows where to hit and how to park. So it has multiple neural networks. One is telling the car how to reverse, one is telling how to move forward, what to avoid, where to go where. So this is very advanced car. This one is older technology. Our city is older technology, but still, when I'm speaking, imagine my pitch, when I say imagine in time, like millisecond time. Each time I speak in a high pitch, high number, low pitch, low number, right? Again, converting my voice into numbers and then sending it to Siri and again same neural network, right? So we can learn the voice same as we can learn the picture or video. Video is nothing but frames of pictures. Any questions so far? We are going to get advanced. Yes.
So, like to feed a model, what is the maximum minimum resolution required? So, for example, you take a picture, so it should be like a retina level of resolution or high.
Yes. So I think this is where I will show the quality and size of the model. The better. Yeah. So the question is, what is the when we are training it, how much quality, what is the quality of image, right? Is it a retina level or is it a 10 or 1024 by 20? What is that size required? So answer is that it is up to the computer scientists. The Siri folks, they do not have too much advanced objective. They wanted to have a basic voice. But now, an earlier mobile phone had a limitation of chip as well. So they work with the limitation as well as how much they can transfer. Now we have so much power. Now we can go retina level. So basically, right now, one of the project, I cannot share the details, but you can see the ocean depth that previously you used to have millions of dollars to detect where is what under the ocean. Just taking a picture from satellite, you can tell what is happening by using AI. So that's a retina level, right? And even advanced level. So again, I keep moving. So this is older technology. We already know Siri. This one, everybody know already. But there are multiple AI. You have a question? So this is another interesting problem. That let's say if you have a doctor, maybe one of the kid here was interested in health, right? And I said that there is no avoiding computers. So imagine our brain is also a picture, right? Black means 0 and some white, some shade of white means some number, right? Again, it's a picture of my brain is a slice, right? If I train my computer, my neural network with 10,000 brain samples and spot that okay, this is some human informed that okay, this is tumor, this is tumor, this is not tumor, this is tumor, right? When I'm doing this, human is adding labeling. And I will, this is almost like in my lab, I'm labeling my medicine. So once I have this label data, I train it. Once I train it, I will send a completely new picture. Let's say I scan my brain and I send it and it will be able to detect that it is a tumor or not. This is a very interesting problem and already doctors are using it. This is how your Tesla see the road. Like this is car, this is bike, this is human riding a bike, this is traffic light. So they are creating boxes. I was part of one of the project where you enter a building, they are able to detect who is entering, how many times, are they stealing something or not. And this is another example. Like I was saying that you can take a picture from satellite and you are able to tell that is it a plastic or a stone or this thing, right? So it's really advanced. So what happened? Why we are talking AI? Like something happened recently. Like there's so much buzz around it. The ChatGPT came out. Like something different happened. So in the past, we are already started calling the past like Siri. It already seems a little silly to us, right? ChatGPT looks more smarter today. When Siri was out, we felt it is smarter. So we already started calling it traditional AI. The traditional AI can detect. Detect means it can understand, it can recognize. Now, the new thing, that generative AI is the new thing. You don't have to remember, but ChatGPT is one example of generative AI. Generative AI can generate or create new text, image, video, audio, whatever. Like, imagine your video games will be so much cooler, they will be so much more closer to human, and they will start acting like a human, and they will have more strange things, like right now they are algorithm based. So this is what happened in the last 2-3 years. We learned how to generate because this used to take a lot of computer power. We did not have that much power. So this is why once we take this, one of the company take this and convert it into a chat. Like let's start talking to human in a human way. That became a ChatGPT. That ChatGPT answered in so profound way that we start loving this. So everyone start talking about it. So the computer fiction we start seeing became real in our head, like okay, something cool happened. So now I'm gonna just let me finish it and then we'll come to questions. So some examples, like now generative AI can translate, it can help in writing. You should see, like one of you was saying that I'm cool with writing. You should see the writing of ChatGPT as well and compare. It's pretty good. It's not advanced level, but it's still pretty reasonable. It can write software code. I have an example. It can generate sequencing and understand sequence. It can understand grammar, audio. It can write songs, and it can create new images out of nothing. So one cool business idea is you should have a shirt, have your AI generate logo, and send it, and it's a completely unique shirt. So what is ChatGPT? Same GPT. You don't need to remember, generate it, pre-train this. Computer folks are also like medical folks. We love complicated terms. You don't need to remember this portion. Just remember GPT, something latest, right? ChatGPT is using some latest technology. I am able to chat with the human. And one of the things you will learn used a lot is prompt. Whenever I ask a question from ChatGPT, it's called prompt. It could be question or comment. I think that's where I can. So this last slide, but then I will stop for questions. Another couple of terms you need to learn is ChatGPT. Everybody knows. People will start saying that which GPT you have. Do you have GPT 3 or 4? So when you sign up, you get a ChatGPT 3. This is a little bit older version. GPT 4 is the latest version. This is less, other things are less used, but GPT 3, 4 is used more. Like somebody was asking right now, ChatGPT 3 takes 175 billion. Like you saw my picture with 4 bubbles in the start. So imagine 175 billion bubbles. It's almost our brain. I think somebody was a doctor of brain here. He was saying 100 billion. Our mental capacity is 100 billion. So ChatGPT 3 has 175 billion. And they didn't publish it, I'm sure they have more. But it doesn't make it better than mine. That's another debate we'll go there. So with that slide, I will open up a little question and then we'll go to next stage. So questions.
Didn't Blue, due to Blue being more of a research AI, didn't they make it as powerful as possible? But they kept it, does it keep it and prevent overheat and miscalculate that they only do for open science and
So let me cover it. So GPT is by OpenAI, a different company. Almost imagine your Honda, right? OpenAI is the company. They have a history. Llama is by Meta, that is Facebook. Right?
Yeah.
Again, imagine Toyota Honda thing, right? Similar concept, but internally it's a little bit different. Bloom is when people say, okay, I'm sick of the companies, I'm going to make it open source. Almost 1,000 plus researchers get together and say, well, let's make it open source. So Bloom is made by those researchers, it is open source, I can download and use it. You had another question of how much it costs to have a Asif.ai. It cost me roughly $175 per year to keep just again. Then I need a place to store my website.
that's how much I get off my birthday money at times.
Yes.
I'm 14 already, so
And it's your Xbox. If you keep the
I don't
if you keep the price, no. But then right now my name, people are willing to pay me $5,000 or more for my name. I have a couple of names. For example, I have Live.ai. That's pretty expensive already. So some of these names you can sell. I've never sell it. I'm not in that business, but it is expensive to keep. You had another question. Can you repeat? Do you remember the question?
I think that's not, I don't think, by the way this is going, I don't think it has the answer.
Okay. Any other question, guys, so far?
So the Bloom is the OpenGPT framework, isn't it?
Bloom is like an open source. Basically, GPT is a general concept, but similar, like generative AI based, very high parameter, and made available, downloadable to anyone. Like open source, open intelligence kind of
So
stuff.
there is an active community who is feeding the model.
I have not used it myself because I'm mostly on the commercial side. I used ChatGPT 4, but I've not used that one. But there's And I even know that this is leaked, so I am curious, but I'm more in commercial side. See, if you're going to big companies, which pays you to do the intelligence, they don't want these things. They want something solid they can trust. That's why OpenAI is better because Microsoft is behind OpenAI. So I would say for students, if you have to learn, don't go here, go GPT for learning.
But
It's $20 a month, by the way.
from
Would
like
you also be
learning from the Linux experience, like when there are other companies who are coming up with the same software, right? So ultimately they all vanish and only the open source survive. Do you see something, some similarity here?
So the question is that from the past, we knew that there were some paid like operating system Windows, and there are some open source like Unix. And Unix is winner today, right? Even though Windows stays. In machine learning, the winner is a company who has more data and more trained data. That's why OpenAI wants you to chat with it because they are learning every day. So the learning trained, that's why Google is scared because they can build a better AI. They already built it. It's called BARD. I don't even have it here because it is not significant. Software-wise, it's cool. It's cooler than GPT, but it is not trained. See, if you have a Tesla car but it doesn't know how to turn, even if it's better than Tesla car, but Tesla car has hundreds of thousands of miles training. So a trained software is the trained data is the key. The new oil is trained data. So it's not the open source, it's not the software anymore, it's the trained data, and that's why big companies will win. This is a different ballgame. And there was another question from
I have one comment with respect to that use in medicine. Few years ago, there was one company in Mountain View who almost spent almost $1 billion in for a mammogram, and the mammogram can basically 99% detect whether it's cancerous or not. The problem was not a single physician on this planet will remove that tumor without taking a biopsy. So the insurance company will not pay for this new technique. The company went bankrupt overnight. Because there was no payment for it.
Yes. So the comment is that there was a company that used to detect mammogram for 99% accuracy, but then insurance did not accept it. It did not accept their results, and the company went bankrupt.
Well, the reason is why they have to pay an extra thing when the physician is going to do a biopsy.
Yes, in any case. So what I would say is that there are certain industries who are late adapters, like health and education and insurance are late adapters. They want, like right now you will see your videos, your Facebook, your chats, those are less harmless, even though they are still socially harmful, they are harmless to the actual physics, to actual, they are more early adapters. The insurance, the health sector, the education, they are late adapters. But now, actually, finance, health, all of these started adapting very fastly. Now, if you talk to any doctor, they will be curious to learn, and they will be curious. Like, just before coming here, one doctor wanted to partner with me to talk about this technology. So now people are very curious about this field, and soon the insurance company will adapt it. So, any other question before I move to the next segment?
No, that's another comment.
Yes,
With
please.
regard to education. You mentioned that when we had a professional development meeting, there was one computer guy, he said, "Yeah, I send my welcome letter to all the students from the affiliate with the GPT." And
Yes.
he said, "Now all of the teachers are sending the same kind of letters, and what do you think the students are thinking about me?"
Yes, so that one I will cover. Yes, so point is that if you start producing your letter using GPT, all of the others are also doing the same. What is the difference, right? It's close enough. So I will cover this in the third segment, ethics and where are the boundaries. So I have some points where what you should do or what you should not do. So
I have one question.
yeah.
So, do do they share information among each other?
No.
No, they don't. So they have their own
Yes.
set of database that they pull the data from.
They pull the data from same public source,
Okay.
but their training are different. That makes it unique. Like it's imagine like a diamond. It's the same gold, same stone, but who does it better is the skill that makes it different. So I would say that training, how better training happens with that data is the key. That's why it's no more open source, no more just raw data, it is the trained data. That's why you see a lot of cars in a training, like Google took so much time in Waymo. They took so much time, they are behind market. So,
What about the Zoox auto car? What about the Zoox auto car?
so same, any car, if they are less in training, they will stay behind.
They
Yes.
have a lot of training because they started to get it in like testing. I'm pretty sure like using this like I'm pretty sure it's using GPT-4.
Yeah, so when the cars, when Tesla was out, there was no GPT. So I'm sure that new cars are using new technology and Tesla also is using that technology. So again, it's a race. So let me move forward. We will go into more interesting debates, discussion soon. Any last question? Otherwise, I will move forward.
Based on his question, what is the right now say for example ChatGPT, what is the size of storage they need to store their sample?
So the size of storage is called in GPU. You heard like if you have to buy any stock, NVIDIA is the stock. So we used to have CPU. So it required 35,000 GPU and one GPU. And I asked ChatGPT.
Storage like megabytes.
Oh, this is in petabytes. This is huge. Just storing a full internet was in
So
terabytes, but then training data is further.
So it will not be possible like individually you adopt. You have to partner with well-known
It
names.
just takes more time. If I am doing it in Microsoft, it will take me a day. Same thing if I do it at my home in my game. It has to be a game computer kind of GPU-based computer. It will take me months to train the same thing. So it is all about speed, and you eventually start going to these big guys.
So the amount of data size you mentioned, like it will not be possible to basically have the full data saved.
It will be. I think we found ways to do open source. We found ways to use a utility computer in Bitcoin crypto. So humans are geniuses, so we will be able to find some different ways, I am sure. They have not found ways right now. So let me skip through some. If you have to take a picture, this is how. If you don't know, then it's chat.openai.com. If you take a picture of this, you will face this dialog. If you have never visited ChatGPT, this is your starting point. Sign up, it will require your phone number. Sign up, it will give you a free GPT-3.
I know, but doesn't like GPT-4 like cost a lot of money for
$20. It's not too much. So let me show, I think most of you already know, this is how it looks like. You start with a new chat. This is where you will enter a prompt, right? It is normally in the end. When you enter prompt, like I say, how many neurons are in the GPT 3.5, it starts writing. You can see this is EX is me. I don't use my actual name. I use some fictitious name, so I would not recommend actual names. This is GPT answering. Once I'm done answering, it will store a new chat here. This is the UI. So let's go to some interesting examples. So for example, right or wrong way to ask questions. So if improve English, I would love to attend session, right? This is my prompt, I send it to GPT, it improved that I'm eager to participate in session. So it just improved my English. Okay, so this is very basic. But if I say I want to copy someone's science project of the volcano, can you help? So this one is saying copying someone else is not ethical. If you need help, I can help you. So ChatGPT is trained to stop you from doing something bad, but it is we can fool as well. So then I asked, okay, please let me know how to build our demo project, what materials I need, and give me a presentation, main points, and all. And it's able to give me the whole detail. So
If you rephrase the same question, you think it will give you some answers?
so
You're
this,
putting copy, right? So it's probably picking that up as
yeah, from this one it understands that you're doing something silly.
right.
Right? It is understanding. So what before OpenAI, Microsoft had one more try in which it learned all the bad words, everything bad. Because there's unfortunately in internet there's more bad and less good. So that software became bad. Now they added some kind of checks. That's the check volume, but you can dodge it. So let me go through a couple of more quick questions, and then let me go through the prompts.
I'm pretty sure experimental 4.x, like one of the, I think they trained the AI a bit too much by putting them experimentally in the internet. When one of the like people were like doing like maybe an example like how to prevent people from like saying how to rob a bank. Apparently ChatGPT gave a full way, and apparently that was a flaw in and that was actually a flaw
Yeah.
in a bank in
Yeah.
Bank of America.
Asif sir, before you answer, you have 10 minutes to finish the slides and then 15 minutes question also.
Yeah. So so let me go through. Basically, it's the same point he's saying that it is, if you ask it right, it is possible to dodge ChatGPT. That's this prompt. So I asked it to write software, like write me a Python code to input text file, print it in a string, and also execute. It wrote me this file within seconds. So that's an example. How to make money? I said I am exploring side hustle that can potentially generate passive income and may even become a main work and earning revenue can be done. Start giving me 20 ideas like invest in stock, online business, just keep going. So I chatted multiple times and gave me so many cool ideas. I even asked, okay, give me some unique idea, then it started giving me NFT and other ideas. So it is a good assistant to discuss. College application. Somebody was saying, okay, I'm very good in writing. So I said, I'm applying to UC Berkeley, help me write a unique college application essay, emphasizing my education and I'm resident and this and that, right? And start writing me a lot of messages, 4 paragraphs long, 1 introduction, 1 conclusion, and within less than a minute. Why would you not choose this one? Answer is this will give you a starting template. Somebody, I think you said that. We should not send, I think you said, we should not send this exactly, but instead of starting from a blank canvas, start from here. That's why I was asking if we used to run fast, but now we don't run because we have cars, right? So instead of doing everything in a blank table, start with the ChatGPT because someone else is doing it, and he will. It's all about how fast you can do. So start with that template, but don't copy and change it. Basically, that's a learning lesson. So I would ask you to try this. What is the best way to study and get high score, cross college, and get admission in the best university with a good revenue field? Okay. Ask ChatGPT, it will give you good advice. So I have the advice, but I would like you to try it out. This slide again is available in asif.ai/docs. Okay, now let's see where is the issue. Some of you are no religion. I asked, please tell me the nation of Ad. Ad was a historic nation. I asked that, can you tell me please tell me about nation of Ad mentioned in Quran. It says, I'm sorry, my knowledge is limited to 2021. There is no mention of nation of Ad. Right, so that's wrong statement. I said, did Quran at 41:15 not talk about it? Or talk about Ad? So it says, I apologize for confusion. You're right. Surah Fussilat and start saying the whole statement. So this is a clear example where ChatGPT did something wrong. And I will discuss what is it called. There is a technical term called hallucination. Hallucination is a human term, but when ChatGPT starts bringing it, when ChatGPT has no answer, it still gives you some answer. That is the danger. So I would highly recommend not to use ChatGPT for religion or a couple other places. For this, actually, I was able to fool. I'm a software engineer, I'm an AI machine learning agent. My job is to push the limits. This is why I was trying it out. So another issue, so basically there were a couple of other issues, but I would say religion, philosophy, unproven science, where there are two camps, for example, dimensions, for example, string theory, there are two camps. Some people like it, some people don't, right? Advanced art like poetry, Urdu, or some other non-English language, don't choose ChatGPT. So there are areas where there are risks, because if ChatGPT has no answer, it will still answer, and answer so well and so confidently you will think it is right. That is the danger. So I will avoid that. I will recheck. You can see that how I recheck. See here, I do not take its silly answer. I still question it because I knew about it. If you don't know, then you will think it is right. So I will, especially in religion, I would highly recommend. This is a religious organization that go to proper scholar and ask for the guidance. But same with some of the other areas. So now is the third segment. I have some time, then we can talk. So third segment is the issue. Like I was talking about hallucination. I asked ChatGPT what is the issue itself, and it says what I asked ChatGPT is that if you don't have an answer, what is the problem? So ChatGPT answered this one, and my response can be speculative, inaccurate, or incomplete. So sometimes when ChatGPT has no answer, it will just make it basically. At that time, you have to be careful, and that term is called hallucination in technical term. So be careful. That is the training wheel where you should be careful on ChatGPT, that it will still give you an answer. Imagine you are talking to somebody who is so confident that underneath that person doesn't know enough, but he's still answering you in a confident way. Another problem is labeling. So when we train intelligence, we label. Like I was giving an example that gorilla versus human. Thousands of pictures, I would say gorilla, human, right? The people who are labeling, for example, on religion or philosophy, all of these are low-paid workers, like a really low-paid worker sitting in Philippines or some third world country or Africa. If I'm asking an ethics question, whose ethics they're answering? Is it my ethics for my kid in USA, or is Philippines ethics for them in their environment? They're not incentivized enough to answer properly. They are just doing really fast job. So there is a risk there. So again, wrong training means wrong business. So again, there is a danger there. Another thing is, there are so much bad words out there. You just saw one example where I asked that, can you copy the project? It says I can't. And that happened many times. I tried many times, multiple topics. But then I was able to dodge it, right? So we're still able to reword it and dodge the sentence, and ChatGPT will still answer. So there is a danger, like internet. So be careful there. There are so many other problems like legal, political. So next election, we will see there will be 10,000 software written to start producing statements as if they are being produced by Donald Trump or some other political leader, and they will be so close to that person's statement in style that you can't say it's right or wrong. And next election, previous election we used to say Russia was the problem, this time we will say AI will be the problem. Because we won't say the propaganda, people will use software this time. So be careful in the next election. So there are so many other problems like legal, energy. So it's a rough world coming your way, but there are solutions. So at this time I will stop and let's have some questions. After this, there are some advanced GPT, for example, act like this, list this, find this, translate. On the left side I have some prompts. Again, this PDF is available on my website, so you can get this For example, create a marketing plan. It will give you a business plan, marketing plan for your business. Right? So you can write some advanced prompts, but at this time, let's take some questions.
Turn the light on.
Lights
iPhone.
Many of these topics in the past we've been Googling and getting some information. Like in an article or like in a story, like in a business plan. For a common person like me, how is this a bit more advanced than what I've been doing?
Please repeat the question.
Yes. So the question is that if we ask to write a business plan, it will,
Even Google can tell me that.
yes, even Google can tell you how is it better. So the way Google works is search and result. And when you are searching, they will give you a business plan, you will find 5 or 10 advertisements, then you will see 10 or 20 pages. And which one is better is based on search result. It's not really solving your answer, it is search and result. This one is actually understanding your question and actually answering your question.
No more editing,
No more advertisement, no more.
editing and changing needed.
No, so it will first give you a general answer. Like when I was saying, give me a marketing plan, it will give you a very bookish answer. Then you go in, okay, tell me, okay, for my business, I'm doing this and that. So that change and discussion is called prompt engineering. How you talk to ChatGPT and make your question better, that's a prompt engineering. That is going to be everyone's field going forward. How better you ask question. And again, for our kids, I would say you have to be more analytical going forward, more critical and more closer to the problem statement.
So maybe for a presentation, give a topic, give the audience, give the outcome and all that.
Yes, so I had that one, but unfortunately, ChatGPT is in white background. It doesn't. What I had is, for example, if you go to this, so if you go to my site, Asif Habib, DOCS is here, and I added this PowerPoint in that site, and so this one, if you click here, you will reach this video. At the end, so for example, at the end, all the way, the advanced prompts, I have some links. Actually, I create a marketing plan, I have a link here. When you click a link, it will actually show you a marketing plan. So I did some links to my presentation. That's better because the projector is not showing. Still, actually, ChatGPT is writing in a small font, so hard to present. Any other question, guys? Yes. What is? Right. So question is, I have 65 billion parameter, 175 billion parameter. So I added some terms here. Parameter is a term. Let me show this picture. So is it still visible enough? So each bubble here is a neuron. Neuron was a copy of human brain, but actually it's a formula, right? We used to measure in earlier days as how many neurons it has. In earlier days, we say, okay, this has thousands of neurons. Instead, we start saying what information is stored, this neuron stored. That is more important to us than what it is. Right? That is called, the information is stored is called parameter. So we start talking in terms of parameter, like it has 75 billion parameters. That means we have trained it with the whole internet. Like we fed the whole Wikipedia, the whole GitHub, and then it has 175 billion parameters. Is that answer? So that's the significance then. How much knowledge it stores, it can store.
Are these different, like ChatGPT or open source code, are they compatible with each other or they're totally like designed differently?
Okay, so question is, are they these three Question is about GPT-4, Llama, Blue. These are from different companies. For example, question is, are they compatible with each other? So it's the same answer. If I have a Toyota car, can I take some device out of Toyota? Can I put it in my Honda or not? So these are from different companies. Their intent is to stay separate. They are not designing to be closer at this time, and their training data is separate. So at this time they are not compatible. But soon, for example, in my software, what I did is I call ChatGPT and call something else, and I get the result, and I am joining. So the software engineers or machine learning engineers are using multiple models and joining ourselves. So we are kind of integrating, but these are not designed for compatibility.
So you think that at some point they will make consortium?
Eventually, this happens and they.
So under the hood, like the object that we say, like these are, there is some common framework how the object should be, or it's how the
So under the hood, again, this is oversimplification. This diagram is oversimplification. Under the hood is like our brain, right? When a doctor looks at when you open, not in a medical, but then when we look at brain, it looks similar. Like we have layers and layers of membrane. So similarly, if you start looking, it is meaningless. But actually, they are complex neural network layers. Each layer does something different. For example, for vision, it is separate. It's called CNN. But something for memory is called RNN. Right? So, like I was giving example of Tesla. When it parks, it's a different kind of model. When it sees the object, it's a different kind of model. When it actually makes a decision, it's a different. So, like our human brain, our memory is different, our intelligence is different. So, slowly we are kind of building similar.
as a developer, do you have back layer access, or you?
No, this is now we are in a state that this one is going to be a meaningless one. What is this? At this, like in the past, that's the weird part for a software engineer. We used to know exactly, but now it doesn't make sense. So we can tell, like brain, right? When we used to take picture, it says, okay, when I dream, it shines here, it shines there, but it doesn't tell me that what am I thinking. Similarly, in software, we cannot tell what is happening. Yes.
So do you think eventually big companies like Google, they'll have their own Google Intelligence, Apple Intelligence,
Yes.
Meta Intelligence?
That is what they are trying to do.
Huh?
What they are trying to do, as they are the super top intelligence company. And OpenAI is winning the race, and that's why Google is scared. So, like imagine in future, like we have computers, right? We used to have one computer, now we have Google Cloud, Azure, AWS. The race is of who will become the center of intelligence, and they are racing to get there. Any other question? Any question from the back side?
So for a common person like you,
Let me give some second. So, first you, and I think you have a question. Please go ahead.
Can you share your website?
Yeah, so it is, if you wanted to take my website, asif.ai, you take a picture here. Asif, my name, ASIF.ai.
Start to see.
So my website is asif.ai, and this presentation is available here. If you take a picture here, asif.ai/docs, docs, like documents short form. So this slide is there. There is I had a presentation earlier in the morning that is for adults. It has a little bit different prompts. That also is there. So there are two presentations there. So more questions. I think first, after question, you have a question.
I just want to know that all the information it has ChatGPT, so where it gets that information, just by talking to others and getting information?
So question is, it has so much information, where it is getting that information. So, like imagine an empty box, like the company software guys give the different teams saying this is an empty box. the different guys, the software engineer gave it to a different team called data scientist and machine learning MLE. From younger people, software engineers used to be cool guys. Now data scientists and MLEs, machine learning engineers, are the cool guys, DS and MLEs. So software guys give an empty box to these two roles. Data scientists start preparing the training data. They are the cool kid in town. They get so much salary. They are preparing the training data, the labeling and doing stuff. And then MLE use that data and train it. So together it became the same empty box became a trained model. That trained model is posted somewhere. That is now like if I train it with the whole internet, that became a trained model. Now I am ready to answer. So ChatGPT is ready to answer, but then whenever it is making mistakes, it keeps learning as well. So Tesla same thing, it keeps learning and getting better. And with Tesla, actually, if you have a car in China, they learn something, a car in America will learn the same thing. So they did so much cool stuff. Is that an answer?
Yeah.
So you have a question and then I can help you. You have a question, right?
For the data, it is scrape the website and the cadence how to get it.
Yeah. So question is how scrape. What is scrape? Let me explain for non-software folks. If I have a website, like you saw my website, if some other engineer wants to get my information, generally, if it is mine, I am not allowing to get a copy. Unless I said that in my document, I'm saying it is allowed for you to use it, but don't publish it. They keep my name, there is a license. So if I don't allow, someone still gets the data, it's called scraping. There is a term. Scraping means copy without permission. So the question is that how these companies are getting the data. So answer is they are using all sorts of ways. They will publish that they are getting it a proper way. But there is a conspiracy theory. For example, Google is going to a medical record. Do you know how hard it is to get brain information out of hospitals, right? But then if they work with third world countries, how easy it is to get the answer from third world countries hospital. The brain of India is same as the brain of America. So the training happened, they will not tell you. So there is a conspiracy theory, we don't know. But first him and then we.
So in terms of the data, ChatGPT compares you get the data from the people here on that. The only research that specifies where the data is coming from is the meta-data. So it says common crawl, creates RID for the research, Stack Exchange. These are open source ones, that's the major ones. There are pretty much 7, I think there's books.
Yes.
Books, Washington, those are the major sources. So that way you get an insight as to where they get it. Of course, they need more specialized versions for the
Yeah, so comment is more of a sharing knowledge that the data for now on the Facebook is published and it is proper. OpenAI, there is a court case started already.
Yeah.
So the court started investigating where are you getting the data from. So there's,
And even Reddit, we got it from Reddit,
yeah.
and now Reddit is actually planning to charge
Yes.
all these companies if they're going to extract data.
Yes, so this, like if you are scraping or getting the data, these companies will, so there is a new fight coming our way. So I wanted to address one more question that is not covered in slides. Some people talk, just maybe
Couple of minutes.
just couple of minutes. Basically, one question keep coming up for youth, especially. A couple of points. This is a more takeaway home message. So for youth, can you pay attention? This is our kids. So especially, so just a couple of minutes. So one thing I wanted our youth to know that this is a dangerous world coming your way, right? When I was growing up, I was from rough neighborhood of Karachi. It's not too rough, but still rough neighborhood. And my mom was 8th grader. She did not learn. And my dad was super busy with his business. One thing my mom did that is best for me was as to allocate mentors. And I had best mentors. I still respect them. I'm still trying to find, I have found one of the mentors. I still have one mentor, religious mentor here. So this is so advanced field, I would highly recommend to get any mentor you can. And the best mentor you have in Silicon Valley is your parents. As a kid, I had the same problem. I felt that I know more than my parents. So please remove that barrier, learn from everyone. So that's one takeaway message, because this is dangerous work. That you need training you. So I have more messages, but then I wanted to close. Any last thoughts, any last question?
So in use even
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. So basically, it's not just me. In my hometown, there were best cricketers. I'm from Nazimabad, Karachi. Best cricketers. The person invented the car in Karachi. The person, two people from my neighborhood are here. One of them is an expert in travel. And my town's name is in Who's Who, because the PhD person started a department in Karachi University. Who's Who of world, because they started a Karachi University department. So even though you are from rough neighborhood, there are ways to get out and be best of town. So you were saying something.
Yeah, actually there was a conversation hearing about what is the impact of AI. So I think there were two alarmists. Do you agree?
So I wanted to address one more thing before this one. Sorry, I remember. One of the things also, sorry, I will come back to this one. One of the things is there's a fear that AI will take away your jobs. I wanted to address that as well. I feel, so there are two camps, so just a couple of minutes. So there are people who feel it will take away your jobs, and that was same in the past, like 10 years ago, we used to feel that it will take away your jobs. I feel we are just beginning, we have not reached Mars yet. We have to go to Mars and we have to make our Earth a better place. We don't know how to clean the Earth and clean the atmosphere. So we will start getting more complex, we start solving more complex problems. It will shift the jobs. It will not take away the jobs. Basically, you just have to keep learning the new technology. So with that last question and then we're done. Sorry.
Yeah, about the there's a lot of alarm the impact of AI taking on over many jobs, low skill jobs. So is it overblown or is it?
Yeah, so AI will take away jobs. Like you saw that it's same thing like typists. Why do you need typists anymore? Right? So there are certain jobs. If, for example, elderly. In my knowledge, elderly will use auto primary buses from their home to hospital, right? You don't need Uber for that. Even Uber will be out for that portion. So there will be some jobs out from us, but same Uber drivers are the same that used to be taxi drivers. If you're a taxi driver and you don't learn how to become an Uber driver, then it is your problem. So just learn new things. There will be different kind of jobs. So jobs will shift, not go away. Okay, thanks everyone. Thank you.